Ladies and gents, I ran into what I refer to as one of the best rappers this country has ever seen. I'm gonna take my shades off for this one. I'm gonna rock my shades for this one. This is a fellow Peruvian. Does it make sense? Oh, absolutely. This part right here is a highlight from me. This is a fellow homie from Berea. First time I met Grootman DJ School, I said to him, I see myself as a young version of himself because of the hustle in me, because of how I do my broadcast. Nice, man. Shout out to you, bro. I just want to say to you that I appreciate what you're doing for hip. The country is sleeping on you. How do you feel about that? Hey, man. Alright, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to it. It's the Chill Out with Lectrow. We haven't shot in the longest time after what happened to me, but guess what? I'm back. I'm alive and kicking, looking dope as always. I'm coming to you live from this year's Back to the City Festival. We're here to show you what's going down. I know a lot of you guys are like, Lectrow, you haven't been to Back to the City, you haven't been to a lot of festivals. I'm here this time, and I'm here especially for you guys. So I'm going to show you everything that's going to happen vandaag, from artists, performance, upcoming guys, drip check, young kinto, all the vibe. When I stick around, and if you haven't subscribe and tell a friend to tell someone they know that we're back. All right, we're at the entrance. I ran into one of the most styled dudes for me personally. I like the drip. His name is Q. How do you do, my G?
I'm chilling, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, man. Bro, I said to you when we spoke there, I just wanted to find out from you why you here. I mean, Back to the City has been happening for so many years, and I mean, it gets better and better by the year. But I mean, with everything that's currently happening with hip hop, I'm not that it's dead in SA, but a lot of people have jumped onto the Yanos wave, and here we're just here for a hip hop festival. Why are you here, Maji?
All right. I'm actually from the Afro Future Festival. We do something similar, but that's more Afro beats based. I came to SA to check it out. I don't know much about the hip hop movement here, but I've heard a lot. Your Nasty C's, your Jabbers, and all those other legends I didn't mention are from here. So like, it's just to come see what the source is like. You know what I mean? The 50 years of hip hop. I'm not sure how long this festival has been coming on for, but like, it's just to feel the energy. I've heard so much about it. I've been trying to come for 3 years. Third time's a charm. So like, yeah, I'm here to just tap in.
What do you think of the sudden decline in streams for hip hop music?
I think it's because most artists are trying to all do the same thing. They're not being as creative as back in the day, like taking the chance. Everyone wants to do the same thing. I think that's the problem.
But I mean, do you still consume a lot of hip hop music?
I do. But South African, not that much. But I do. I love Blackie. Like I listen to Blackie all the time. Should I name more?
You can, I mean, as many as you like.
Okay, Nasty C is really good artist. MT is also good. A Reese, of course, top of the list. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
5 artists that you look forward to seeing today.
Man, obviously it's the Butcher. The Butcher's on there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Nasty perform in a while. There's this new kid I was listening to on my Spotify.
Usman Mane, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
And then there's this cat. It was on my Spotify as well. He's on the Heritage stage, I think, Tebe. And then the other is everyone on the lineup because they'll contribute to the aura, they'll contribute to the experience. So I'm here for them as well. Yeah.
And who's the wackest hip hop artist, you know?
The wackest.
Yeah.
The wackest. Who's the wackest hip hop artist? Like worldwide, everywhere.
No, in South Africa.
In South
right
Africa.
Now.
No.
Who's wack?
I don't know. All of you guys are pushing it. You guys are kidding. I don't know.
Yeah. I just think you're being kind, but okay. I mean, since you're here, who do you look forward to seeing perform the most tonight?
I'm looking forward to see King the Kid because I see he's coming up very powerfully. So I want to see him perform.
And
I've never seen him. He's really good. Love him. So I want to see his performance mainly. And Nasty C and Blackie, obviously.
Just arrived there. I can tell your eyes are still clear. I mean, you can tell when someone's been here for a minute, the eyes are red like us because there's something you're busy drinking. Have fun, get snatched, drink. What are you going to sip on to? Hennessy. Let's say worst case scenario, it's not going to happen. You get there, Hennessy's finished, they ran out of Hennessy. What's your substitute? Top 5 artists that you look forward to seeing tonight.
I would say obviously to the toilet.
Yeah, I'd stay there. Yeah. Kate is the time. Yeah, that's a chicken album show. What do you think about the current state of hip hop right now? Do you think these new guys are as talented as your generation is, or are they better, or are you just happy with what's happening?
I think they're even better, hey, to tell you the truth. Obviously, they picked it up from where we left off, but like everything that comes after, they upgraded.
Yeah.
So they're much better, they're faster, they're smarter, they're quicker on their feet, you know, and they know how to use their resources, you know, the resources that they dispose of. They don't need mainstream media to make a buzz and a name for themselves, and I really like the new, exactly. I like the new bunch of guys, man. They're helping put SA hip hop on the map.
So, just one question: what do you think about the current state of hip hop in SA?
I love it, man. You know, hence I'm able to now take my time and not rush things. You know, just take my time, make sure that the product that I'm working on or whatever that I'm cooking is ripe enough for me to drop type thing, you know?
As a pioneer, not only just in entertainment as a presenter and actor, but you're also a pioneer in music. I just wanted to find out from you, Back to the City has grown. I mean, they've been consistent for the past 18 years. You know, year in, year out, they're just growing. It's getting bigger and better. But do you think we can say the same about the state of hip-hop music in South Africa right now?
Yes, I can, because times change. Music evolves, new talent comes in, people learn to become better, sounds evolve as well, and all the sound companies and all the music production companies, they release brand new softwares to make the sound better, you know, so even musicians, producers, beat makers, they always try and deliver a better product, even though other people, especially in the hip-hop game, it's highly criticized. There's a lot of critics in the space, and just as it's supposed to be, black people who are very passionate about religion, sports, and music. So our religious leaders, our political leaders, our sports stars, and our musicians, we hold them to high account and we criticize them like it's getting out of fashion, which is good. We must always do that so that we hold them to account, so they always deliver the best quality sound as possible. I just want to celebrate Back to the City for celebrating brand new talent, celebrating Joburg, celebrating the culture, the arts. I want to pick them up also for their other property, which is SA Hip Hop Museum, and their other property, which is SA Hip Hop Awards. And they are always putting on brand new young talent. And for that, Osmic, so proud of you, bro. Rashid, the whole team, everyone that's involved. And finally to see government come on board and be involved, and to start seeing brands and sponsors come on board to start seeing the vision. It's a beautiful thing. It means we are going somewhere.
What is your current state of hip-hop in SA?
I mean, the kids are doing their thing. Everything changes. I remember when I came up and the Khutman didn't understand what I was doing. And with everything changing now, I'm like a Khutman now, so I might not be too familiar with what the kids are doing. But I see the love, I see the movement, I see guys, you know, starting their own shows, and I love that, you know. Maybe it's time for me to tap in with the kids.
I mean, let's be honest, Amapiano is out here, you know. Back to the City's been here for the past 18 years. They keep growing and growing, but my question is, can we say the same about hip-hop music in South Africa?
I feel like with hip-hop, there's a little bit of a disconnect from the old guys and the young guys. And the moment we're able to merge that disconnect, we might just be as powerful, if not better, than Amapiano. Because right now, you've got niggas like Casper performing joints from 20 years ago, and those joints are still bangers. So what does that tell you? Is it that we're not making music that's hard enough to compete with that old shit? Or is it the fact that like our artists right now are really just not as great as our original hip-hop cats?
Bengicela ukubuza bhutami ukuthi makuthi wena kunoshintsho ongalenza kulento ye-hip hop, shintsho luni ongalenza, why futhi?
I think into edingakalayo ku-hip hop, you know, mangabe kuphuma mhlambe bono 200 bars no 150, abantu babuyela I think sekuyinto asebeyiqinile vele ekhanda ukuthi iyafuneka ngathi ngaba khona then they get back because ukhipha u200 uhambe uyohlala ku-number 1 kuwo wonke ama-platform then uyabona ukuthi kusho ukuthi basayithanda lento ye-hip hop. So the best thing engenzeka after lapho ukuthi mhlawumbe ama-artist e-hip hop akhiphe more of umculo, which I feel ukuthi even this year kuyenzeka. Maningi ama-artist akhiphile nalabafana abancane abakhona bafikile. Into ebalulekile ukusapotana, ukubasapota, ungathi hayi labafana abancane benzani kanjani bafikile abafana abanjengoSimamane, oThoni, amaqwela abo touchline. So kwayona leyo nto leyo yenza i-hip hop ibuye ezweni, yenza ukuthi kukhulunywe ngayo, yenza ukuthi ama-platform abe maningi. Njengoba sikhuluma nje baningi abantu abazoyibona lento, yenza wona umsindo loyo wokuthi i-hip hop ibuyele back esimeni sayo. You understand? Because the only thing eyibulalayo ukuthula. Ukuthula, uthola ukuthi ayisekho into eyenzakalayo ku-hip hop, akunangoma ephumayo, abantu then bakhohlelwe. Bakhona abafowethu abasebenzayo abaphusha ngamandla abanjengamapiano, bayaphusha i-culture yabo, so yiyo egcina ibe relevant, which akusiyinto embi nayo, into enhle kakhulu because umculo wonke ekugcineni, you understand? Kodwa nayo i-hip hop iyadinga ukuthi nayo ikhuphula amasokisi, babambisane bonke kiwe phambili, yabo. So ukukhipha nje umculo omningi kubanjiswane because ekugcineni hip hop, yabo, ekugcineni hip hop i-culture.
If there's one thing you had to change in the game, what would you change and why?
I mean, there's a lot of things, right? Firstly, every artist, every creative needs to be remunerated. And yeah, every artist deserves to be compensated and remunerated at the level of excellence at which they see themselves. Because people don't consider the time, the effort, the creativity, how much heart, how much soul we put into the things that we love. It doesn't matter where you are on the artistic spectrum. You leave yourself in every piece of art you create. Let the art give back to you. Let it take care of you. Let it nurture you beyond applause, beyond props, beyond likes, and beyond comments. But be able to take care of yourself, take care of your families, and to further take care and invest into your own art and creative. So I say corporate South Africa, brand South Africa, artists, collab with each other, find each other, nurture each other, grow each other, so that the industry can grow too.
Bro, you've been through like a lot in the game, you know, and I'm not talking like in the sense of what we see, but there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, like the challenges, you know, the depression, you putting in the work, but feeling like, yo, Bafeti, these people are not even seeing me for who I truly am. If there's one thing you had to change about the game, what would you change and why?
I think it wouldn't be so much what I'll change about the game, but I think I would want the fans to have a little more grace, you know, towards their favorite artists. Yeah. Because of what you mentioned, you know, like, just I'm fine, you know, sometimes as human beings.
Yeah.
And if the fans could just understand that sometimes we cannot deliver the greatest music video, we cannot deliver on time sometimes. And sometimes you might hear us, maybe we had an off day, but like we don't know, we're just human, you know? So the same way you make mistakes, it's the same way we make mistakes, you know? And I'm speaking for my colleagues also, you know? Like niggas would kill themselves because of just how much they want people to love them. Sure. You understand? And some have.
Totally understand.
You know, so just a little more grace for your favorite artist and understand that he's not a god. He's human, yeah.
Sure. You're like one of the biggest artists to come off this country. Obviously, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, shit that we don't even know. If there's one thing that you had to change about the game, what would you change and why?
I'll change how people look down on talent. Like it's a God-given thing, you know. Like, and you get these people who have money and all the resources, you know, talking down on talent, whereas that's my foundation, you know. So, but with time, I hope that people will be more open-minded, you know, and just open to whoever coming from anywhere, you know, and not be judged upon, you know, where one comes from.
But man, you've been in the game for so many years. You've been exposed to things that we haven't been exposed to. So now when we see someone achieving a lot in the industry, we only see what you're doing. But there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. I like asking this question a lot to a lot of OGs. If there's one thing you had to change about the entertainment industry at large in South Africa, what would you change and why?
I would change it for the better, which is orientating artists and musicians and just creatives as a whole, including sports stars as well, to be more business savvy. Because we're always complaining about people not looking after their money right, or getting taken advantage of, or dying broke, or not being able to do what they love just for the passion. We're always chasing the dough and chasing the bag. But if we could be more business savvy, if we could teach as many of our stars and creatives as possible the business of entertainment, the better. I'm here today because from the beginning, from the get-go, I told myself, I'm not going to be signed by nobody. I'll sign myself. I'll start a company with my partner. And that mentality sort of grew in me. I went on to start other things even outside of music because I've always had that business acumen. Even overseas, if you look at some of the most successful creative sports stars, actors, musicians, rappers, it's people that are business savvy or that have got a good team around them that sort of takes care of the business side. And for me, if there's one thing that I'll change for the better in the game, it's that entrepreneurship, business savvy.
I realized that the one thing that makes a lot of artists lack in South Africa is that they're not professional enough and they don't take branding serious enough. So I just want to find out from you, what makes you different from every other rapper in SA?
I guess it's because I understand that, you know. I show up on time, I show up for everything I need to show up for, I make sure everything is in a line. I have my own team to make sure I sound great on stage. My own security, make sure nothing happens, you know what I mean? I don't fight no one, I don't have to get into none of that. Anytime you see me take a picture of someone, if they have alcohol in their hands, you see me, I tell them to put that shit away. I'm taking care of my brand, you understand? Yeah, shit like that.
Bro, like I've been meaning to ask you this, you know? Like if I'm being honest, like you're one of the, literally dog, like one of the dopest rappers in SA.
I appreciate you.
Mara, the country is sleeping on you. How do you feel about that?
Hey man, you know, let sleeping dogs lie. Those who are woke, gonna tell them we're gonna wake them up. You know what I mean? But for me, ultimately, my dog is just like people are sleeping for sure. Now, I also feel slept on for sure. But I just feel like everything happens in God's timing. I wanna, so I mean, whenever people like mind, you're like a lot more people are waking up every day. Every day. So it's like. I keep telling people, I'm like, I performed at Back to the City for the first time 8 years ago. I was on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I performed the following year, 5 p.m. The following year, 7 p.m. So, now I'm like the closing act. So it's like, it's, for me, like everything godly earns patience and time, Jayam. So when I just like keep grafting, keep putting in the work, eventually if you do, people are going to pay attention.
I have a tricky question for you. Outside of Back to the City, where do you think rappers are performing? If there's no Back to the City, are any rappers getting bookings?
Yeah, you know, it's dwindled since like our era, you know, 2014 to maybe 2017, 18. With the rise of Amapiano and so forth. Just a lot of things have changed. But if you are like top 5, if you manage to find yourself in the top 10, maybe top 7, maybe, you get booked at the same places where some of the biggest Amapiano acts or Afro pop, Afro house acts are booked in South Africa. That's the thing. So I say that to say hip hop events are not as crazy, and it looks like that now, but it's always been that way. It's just that hip hop was so big, hip hop acts were getting booked at events that weren't traditionally hip-hop events. So now that's changed because hip-hop has taken a knock, you know? Yeah.
Big Hustle, just before I let you go, who do you look forward to seeing perform the most today?
I'm looking forward to seeing Maclera perform. I'm looking forward to seeing Keiki, you know, the list goes on and on. Touchline, everybody, you know, myself,
Just before I let you go, Who you look forward to seeing perform the most tonight and why?
Usmamani. I'm looking forward to Casper. Exactly. Madlera Dope Boy. Yeah, those are my top 3.
Who was the one artist that you looked forward to seeing perform the most today?
Usmamani. Besides it being his time, right? Honestly, the first time I saw him perform, I thought that he was pop. I felt like he didn't have stage presence and so on. And that's why I wanted to see him so much more today. And I feel like he was better. And I think as time goes, he'll probably be getting better as well. But like, I definitely wanted to see whether he would be different with a big crowd versus a small, intimate crowd.
Top 5 favorite artists in SA right now.
It's Chava, Amos,
So you rock with the Anos, Amos, yeah.
I rock with that pen game. You know, anybody that can speak the South African story or tell or say something,
yeah,
bro.
speaks, yeah.
You know, so always, it's Chava, one of the best riders I've ever heard in my life.
Sure.
And they gotta be alive, right? They gotta be alive.
You know, alive.
Obviously, Pro would be number 1, you know. But let's go alive, you know. It's Chava, Amos. I really love Nasty C. Okay, it's difficult. See, I was going to mention them. I was going to say, Uti, I've been bumping his album a lot. So I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Trill, Ginger Trill.
Plus,
I can't wait to hear his album. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I love Reese. And I know I've already went over my limit. Questa. I think he just dropped the 5 single yesterday. Yeah, if it's even ninja, man. So, but normally, yeah, too much.
Yeah.
And normally, I think I'm hip hop. I listen to a lot of other genres. Like for instance, like I said, it's Chava. It's one of my favorite guys, man.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
yo, incredible.
Cool, man. And then in closing, top 5 favorite rappers in SA right now.
Fuck. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go with, this is no order, no particular order.
Yeah, no particular order.
Of course, we got KO, we got me, we got Blackie. You might not agree, people might not agree, but Crown Down.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Crown Down is dope, bro. I was at their music video with Crown Down and I agree, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's sick. And then number 5, I leave number 5 up to you. Who's number 5?
Number 5, I give it to AKA.
What about Tactics Sabotage?
Nah, we give number 5 to AKA, guys. Come on, AKA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Butomdala ngaphambi kokuthi ngikhulule uhambe uyoba uyiphumulela nawe bengisacela nje ungibalela abawu5 manje ku hip hop obonayo wena na ukuthi hayi bayasebenza ngempela benza umculo omnandi abawu5 nje isihlanu
angazi ukuthi mhlambe ngingafika ku5 ngoba kodwa ke yilo ubani uSimamani kube uThoni kube amaqwela kube uMaklera kube
wena phela iqembu lami iqembu
oh kube ke uyo Big Zulu kube uPleki kube unasty akhona ama-artist man akhona we understand nanokuthi ekugcineni akusiwo umculo kuphela yuzi kunama-artist mhlawumbe afana no Casper abenze into le yokukhombisa ukuthi emculweni ungakhona ukukhula and ube more business wise, business minded ngaphandle kokuthi mhlawumbe ube la emculweni kuphela. Iningi inspiration abayithuile bayifaka kuma artist amasha, you understand? So ezinye izinto ezifana nalezo ngeke wabalekela ukuthi abantu abanjengo Casper bafakile baphusha. So every time we artist ukhula uyakhona ukubuka ukuthi umuntu njengo Casper usenze lokwenza lokho. Now we artist the more igama likhula uyakhona kukhona ukuhlangana mhlawumbe nama-brand amaningi usebenzisane nama-brand ukuze ukhule mhlawumbe ufike kuma-level abo Questa no-Casper nobani maningi, uya-understand. So yonke leyo nto leyo enye into nje naye ekhulisa umculo uwonke, zonke iy'ntwana ey'khulayo zikhula nawo zezinomqondo wokuthi uyakhona ukuthi ngaphandle komculo ukhuphuke bese ufika la wenze lokhu nalokhu, uya-understand. Yeah.
Ngaphambi kokuthi ivale nizoshana nini no-Casper mhlawumbe?
Uyigwala uyangisaba-ke lapho.
Uyakusaba?
Yeah. Lapho-ke ngingamncoma la emculweni nakuba business minded nayo yonke nje into ayidlalile influencer into eningi kwi-hip hop, kodwa la ekushayaneni cha uyangisaba-ke lapho, igwala-ke lapho cha umkhonyana nje, umkhonyana kahlale nomakoti alale phansi lapho, hayi uyangisaba-ke lapho.
Shout out to Cool Curve Media. Shout out to Kulani. I went to high school. I went to tertiary with this guy. He's been my homie since then. I'm a little bit tipsy right now. I mean, courtesy of Hennessy. But other than that, thank you so much for your continued support. It's the Chillout with Lectrow. Shout out to every artist that gave us their time today. Shout out to all people that were here supporting the artists just to attend the event. It's the Chillout with Lectrow. Remember to tell a friend to tell someone you know. The reaction doing the most. Thank you.